Hello, I'm Agathis and I'm online playing Sunless Sea. Welcome back. When we last left off, we were at the Uttershroom, and there has been a slight displacement of where we are between then and this episode because my recording broke down. But, in very simple terms, we arrived at the Uttershroom. We were at the Uttershroom. We came down here. We explored all of this. This is 2 squares wide, so I was zigzagging. And eventually the sonar bat helped us find the Isle of Cats and Port Cavendish just in time because I ran out of fuel. I have 0 barrels of fuel left. I still basically have the same hull that I had before. I didn't fight anything. I just managed to make it with the last few drops of fuel into Port Cavendish. And we completed the second delivery. It was the first thing I did before I realised the recording wasn't working. And we have our third and final delivery. And I like the sound of final delivery because I want this guy off my ship. A life that was never lived. Mr. Sachs is staring at his small wooden box as you enter the hold. Inside, wrapped in a few pitiful scraps of velvet, is a lock of blonde hair and a set of teeth. Carefully polished, barely used. The winter was harsh. The fire went cold. Later, the mother wished to forget. A convenient tragedy. Deliver this to Avid Horizon in the north. That's a little bit sad. I think we can all make our own interpretations about what happened there. A lock of blonde hair and what I presume is a set of baby teeth. The harsh winter, the fire went cold, and there was a tragedy. So we have to get rid of that. To Avid Horizon, and I'm glad it's Avid Horizon because finally we know where that is. It's up here. The Avid Horizon. We spent a number of episodes looking for the Avid Horizon earlier in the series because we had to do so for the Admiralty. So straight north out of here is going to be the plan. What we will do before we go is we'll see. We should get a port report, but we'll see what else we can grab. And we also need to buy fuel. Desperately. And maybe a few supplies, but we'll see. So, Port Cavendish. A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing and brawling good-naturedly on the docks. The air carries the sound of sea shanties sung with more enthusiasm than skill, and the smell of roses edged with brimstone. There are a lot of roses and petals in this game. I'm not sure why. Ambition. Where can you taste red honey? The salt-scarred navigator said he tasted memories of a failed expedition against an immortal city. Where is the one who gave it to him? So, this is about... It says, seek Isery on the Isle of Cats, and I have this. And this is our ambition, this is our quest, this is what the whole game is about, or this part of it, is to discover the secret of immortality. So other captains won't necessarily get this, but we do. So, where can we taste red honey? Isery, cat's chiefest claw. The reports are all the same. Isery manages the honeyed tongue, a den of exceedingly select and debased pleasures. You'll have to win their favour if you're to taste the honey. So we need to find the honeyed tongue, which is this. Alternatively, There is Cavendish Abbey. Or we could buy a shipment of red honey, which we can't do just yet. We need a key to the cage gardens. And I guess we don't have that? No, we don't have that yet. We still haven't used this, which is our beginner's luck. Every captain gets a free gift somewhere in a port somewhere. We still haven't used this. Probably should. Or we could sell sunlight. We don't have any sunlight to sell, so we won't. And we probably wouldn't be able to pass the veils test if we've tried anyway. So, let's go for the honeyed tongue. Or maybe we should... Let's check out the abbey first. I'm just curious. The crimson-clad mellifluous sisters patrol its ramparts and tend their hives of lamplighter bees. The mellifluous sisters make their home in the richly appointed stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Their thick gloves and crimson mesh helmets are worn, less for modesty and more for practicality. They tend the hives of the lamplighter bees all across the isle, and make a religious observance of harvesting red honey for the Pirate King. Your actions will attract the Pirate King's notice. You need 5 of the Pirate King's notice to gain an offer from a patron. I'm not sure what that means. Are these the patrons? I'm not sure. So, the Lady of the Garden's offer. Her name, she says, is Zyra. You should use it. And we would get this if... we would get this if the Pirate King noticed us more, and we had 5. Gossip with a novice, if we had a lamentable relic. Fuel for the bee smokers, if we had 5 fuel. And a meeting with the abbess, if we had recent news. So that's a waste of time. What about the honeyed tongue then? It is both brothel and honey den, run by someone the catties refer to as the King's Claw. Entering the brothel is like sliding into the dream of a surface orientalist. Jewel-embroidered cushions, bright silk drapes, gilded statues of elephants, sun-bears and clouded leopards. Silver censers release curling plumes of rose-scented smoke into the air. The courtesans are red-lipped and coal-smudged. When you catch their eyes, they smile back at you with professional interest. Our actions will attract the Pirate King's notice here as well. So we have to build something up. So we could have a meeting with the King's Claw, which we can't do. We don't have enough favours yet. We could ask what red honey is. You know, of course, only the particulars may have slipped my mind. We could comfort a sea captain if we had 60 fragments. Or we could swap tails with a honey smuggler if we had more sea stories. Right. The only thing we can actually do is ask what red honey is. Let's do that then. One of the nearby courtesans' eyebrows lift infinitesimally, but his reply is practiced. When light lamper bees suck the nectar of the crimson strain of exile's rose, they are driven to madness. They enter the brains of humans and harvest their memories. He shudders, as if imagining the process himself. Those memories are instilled in red honey. Each sip is a burst of memory on the tongue. Deliciously awful, isn't it? He flutters his dyed feather fan. That gained us some terror, which we really didn't need right now. And that is all we can do. So, we've got to come back with sea stories. More fragments. More fragments? Right. Sea stories. Fragments. Oh no, why can't we use that one? Ah, we have to have more Pirate King's notice. Okay. So how are we supposed to get Pirate King's notice? That works only when we have 5. That only works when we have 4. That only works when we have 4. This works when we've got 5 only. That works when we have 4. That works when we have... Oh no, no more than 4. We just don't have the rest of it. Okay. Right. So... yeah, we need fragments and sea stories. Okay. Right, gotcha. So we need fuel. 5 fuel. That's a terrible price, really. But, well, let's get 6. I really didn't want to pay 6, but we don't have a choice. We can stop in a polythreme and Mount Palmerston, I guess. On our way to Avid Horizon. We burned 10 fuel getting from Fallen London to the Isle of Cats. That's a lot of fuel. I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to take another 2 and more supplies. It's just the price we have to pay, I'm afraid. Let us get out of here. We're going straight... well... what? Knock knock. A crewman steps into your cabin. His uniform is one of your issue, though the face rings no bells. They do blend together after a while. This, however, does not look like a chap who swabs decks or loads cannons. Begging your pardon, Captain, permit me to introduce myself. Gervais, at your service. At least, while the poor fellow tied up behind the galley remains regrettably indisposed. Might I trouble you for a brief moment of your time before my escort to the brig? Hear him out, or sound the alarm? We'll hear him out. My gracious employer has grave concerns about your guest down in the hold, Captain, and the cause to which you are now committed. Blood will spill before this voyage is over, but it needn't be yours. Gervais produces a small vial. Crystal. The blood is red, redder than normal blood, almost glowing with vitality. Here is a more bitter vintage. When the time comes, I urge you to choose wisely. A favour from on high is rarely a poor investment. So if we have been given our 3rd delivery and have a vial of highly questionable blood. Right. Okay then. Nobody likes this guest in the hold, this Mr. Sachs. Ooh, swirly things. What are the swirly things? The Afarox Channel. Cool. Oh. Our Chaos class corvette. Let's get in behind them. No, go away. Back to work. Got 1 hit. You defeated an Alcaeus class corvette. Investigate the wreckage. Captain, quick, over there, port side. It's the pirate poet again. Once again, we are the victor. Only 100 echoes? Cache of curiosity, 1 fuel, 1 supplies. It is an unread log. Okay. That's nice to know. Unread logs sell sometimes in the Rosa market, the Rose Wharf. The Reef of Roses, yeah, that's that makes sense that it was adjacent to the island. Yeah, fuel's going down like crazy. We're going to have to do something about Terra before we get back to London, though. We're just heading straight north right now. We'll stop at any ports that we see, but we're not hanging around. I need to get this guy off my ship. Autumn Islands is some distance to the northeast. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Where? Is that a... Hold on. What is that? Can we only go there if it's under... Is it underwater? I don't follow exactly. It seemed to indicate there was a dock there. Oh, anyway, okay, we might come back then. Oh, we picked up more torpedo components. Handy. So we just have to avoid that. I don't think underwater is any more or less uses any more or less fuel. I don't think so. Oh! Constant companion? What was that? That was a big spider thing. I did not like the look of the big spider thing. We'll just pop into Port Cecil on the way, mostly for the port report. Yeah. Just because any additional port reports we can pick up on the way is a good thing. Wreck of the Emperor Wolfgang. I haven't even tested out my guns underwater. I don't know. Do they even work underwater? Maybe only torpedoes work underwater. Worth checking out. Well, I did get a lot of torpedo components for free. I got 10 torpedo components. So maybe there's a thing there. Maybe that's an incentive to have torpedoes. Port Cecil. Fuel and supplies also available. Same price. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. Oh, this is the chess place. Cool. We'll gather intelligence. Thank you. We've done this before, so we won't spend too much time on it. We can explore the coral. I'm not going to play chess right now. I could do with some more pages first. Some disturbances of the undersea has brought sunken ruins out of the water. But these stones were lost beneath more than the sea. They are half encased in a smooth, translucent orange substance like amber. Even as you watch the ruins groan and shiver, the convulsions that brought them up will soon take them down below again. Chips away some of the amber to sell. It's very like the deep amber sold in London, the stuff the squid-faced rubbery men exude. This may be a good haul. Or examine them for knowledge. Yeah, I'll do that. The amber encasing the ancient stones has cracked under the grinding pressures of the earth. You could scramble in and examine them. Veils 96%. Of their bones. You squeeze through the fissures in the amber shell to explore the ruins within. The dwellings are low and windowless, thick-walled, flat-roofed, like those in desert countries. Nothing like anything in the Neath. You find shattered pots, glass beads and bones, all mired in amber. Something's wrong about these bones, one of your sailors mutters uneasily. A seasoned woman with a little surgeon's training. She's right. The shape of the skull is not precisely human. The arm's bones have splayed out like twigs off a branch. Another exclaims as he finds the bones of a small animal, coiled together like a knot of serpents. "Shapelings!" someone hisses. You think that's what they're saying, but none of your crew will admit to speaking. There's a rumbling from below. You all scramble desperately for the exits in the amber casing, squeezing through one by one just in time. The amber snaps shut and the ruins sink beneath the waves with a tremendous roar and show of foam. I succeeded and gained 20 fragments. That doesn't seem very worth it. Okay. On we go. Right, how do we kill this thing, if at all? Do we want to kill this thing? Yeah, we do, actually. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Go through here. Oh, it's gone underwater. One more. Good. Good, good, good. Nice. You've defeated an albino moray. Damn me, it's an ugly thing. Even uglier dead than alive. Friendly though. Ooh. The eel's got twitches. Is something alive in there? Butcher it for supplies. 1 unprepossessing mass, 1 hunting trophy, 1 Stygian ivory, and we lost some hunger. Okay. Northwards. Let's go. Let's go to this side. Yeah, we'll have to do something about our terror. The best way to handle that, I think, is to go and kill a big load of sea monsters before we get back to London. Which we can definitely do. I think I'm just going to go around here. So at least I'm uncovering another row of black squares as we go. That seems fair. At least we're going to get something out of doing this little route. That should be fine. Yep. We've still got all our crew. We've still got basically all our hull. We lost a tiny bit. Where did we lose that? Where did we lose 5 hull? Oh yeah, the ship that we killed. Round the vortex. The Finknottle vortex. Wow, crew fuel burns quite. Fuel and supplies are going really quickly. What's this one? McMaster's Haven. This is I forget what this is. This the postman place? It is the postman place. Nuncio, do not return, sender. Yes. We'll do another port report, I guess. We've done this before. We could do some more shift work, I guess. We'll feed our letters into the hopper. We had a bunch of these. Might as well get rid of them all. I don't know if it matters. It might be keeping track of something, but we've done a bunch. Oh, okay. So, these are new options we didn't have when we were last here because we've now got something awaits us, which I think we used up. So, we can accept responsibility for an envelope of heavy cream paper. Surely the sender was someone of consequence, so maybe we get to deliver something? Or we can offer employment to the postal rat's niece. He asks us as a favour, and she sounds well trained and eager. Sure, we'll do this one first. The postal rat is grateful, and says so at length and in a variety of ways. Only so much work to go around on, Nuncio. She keeps asking to assist me here, and as you can see, a gesture at heaps of loose gears and unhooked change. I hardly require any assistance, and my research is so delicate a stage, but she's an excellent worker, very bright, like her mother. I now have one Raphius Faber assistant. And we didn't gain any friendship. That's it, I think. Yeah, that's all we can do here. And I think we've probably exhausted all our stuff in the tavern. Yeah, we know not to do that one. We've done this one before. Nothing is going to happen, no. I don't think we should do that one. I think we tried that one before, it didn't work. Yeah. Perhaps not. Right. Right, that's it for now, I think. That's got us most of the way there. In the next episode, we'll complete our journey. We might stop off there, but we'll go to Avid Horizon as planned. And we're going to finish the Mr. Sack saga. It's going to be done. He's going to be off the ship. We'll be back to normal speed. And we'll see what awaits us next. We need to track down this... we need to gain favour in the Isle of Cats, because that's where our main quest line is now. Everything we're going to do, we're going to try and be about that. I think. Apart from trying to get more money, because we always need money. And we have to go to Polythreme for the van, and a bunch of other stuff. So, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like, and consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to see more. Let me know what you'd like to see more of. Is this getting boring? Is this just getting tiresome? If you're fed up of it, let me know. If you want me to keep going, let me know as well. There will be other videos and other games coming out soon, so please subscribe if you'd like to see more. I am Agathis. I am going offline now, and I will see you next time.